Today we're going to speak about calls to action. To start off with, a little introduction. My name's Darren, the co-founder of Mpool, and there's my Twitter handle at Darren Smith, if you would like to follow me or ask me any questions. Alright, so first of all, what is a call to action? A call to action drives a particular behavior, or it drives a visitor on your site along a journey that you have designed. So you can see three different examples there of call to actions. Call to action can be buttons, they can be icons, and they can be banners. So before you can start working on call to actions, you need to know what your conversion strategy is. It's a really important part of the whole process. So for every single page on your website, you need to know how you're going to convert someone that is ready to buy. That's normally through a button such as add to cart or request a consultation or contact me now. You need to know how to convert someone that is researching. So that is somebody that is looking for more information. So white papers, ebooks, calculators, demos, and trials are really, really good there. And then just for somebody that's ended up on your website, they're not looking to buy your product right now, but they are an ideal persona. How are you going to convert that person? Or do you want them to remain anonymous? So what's your role in this process? First of all, obviously you need to know your conversion strategy for every page of your website. Then you need to get the call to action designed. Then you need to set them up on the digital property. And then once that's running, you need to monitor performance and continually adjust. A/B testing is a really, really important part of call to actions. You should never just leave a call to action as is, even if it looks like it is performing well. Always be tweaking, always be changing color or changing the text or moving things slightly around and seeing how you can improve performance. Never be too scared to change things. The other important element of call to actions is white space. So here are two examples of two sites. The one is filled with information and the other one has lots of white space. So the one with lots of white space is going to have better conversion and a much lower bounce rate because people are going to know exactly what they need to do when they arrive on the site. But every brand has so much to say and they need to decide what they're going to sacrifice in order to give you white space. There is an answer to this problem, and that comes in the form of smart call to actions. That means that for different types of visitor that arrive on your site, you can have different call to actions. So you no longer need to have 5 call to actions for the different types of visitor on your site. I'll explain how to do that a little bit later. So how were call to actions set up before? So you would brief a developer and you would normally wait and wait and wait. Eventually it would go live, but it wouldn't be quite how you wanted it, so you would have to request a change. That would lead to more waiting, and eventually it would go live again. So this process is slow, and to change small things like change the color or change a little piece of text on the call to action, it takes a long time. So you're reluctant to try and improve things. The other problem is you have to pay a developer every time, and they usually charge you a full hour, even if this only takes them 2 minutes. So there is an alternative. It comes in the form of a marketing automation platform. Not all marketing automation platforms offer this functionality. I'm going to speak about HubSpot today as it does offer this functionality. It is a more end-to-end inbound marketing platform that includes marketing automation. So what this allows you to do is set up the call to action within the tool. Then you get a piece of JavaScript that you send to the developer once. And once the developer has implemented that JavaScript on the website or on the landing page, you can change it as much as you want from the HubSpot interface. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to do this in HubSpot, but please do still watch the HubSpot training that goes into a lot more detail on how to set it up in the system. So the first thing that you do is you click on the big blue button that says Create New Call to Action in the top right-hand corner of the Call to Actions tool once you're in HubSpot. The first thing you need to do then is give it a name. It's important to create a naming convention. For example, you can call all call to actions that are on your website start them with website, or call to actions that go into email, start them with email as an example. Make sure they link to a campaign and put in a website address as where the call to action must go to. Then you move over to the design tab, and you can either set up a custom button by entering in text, changing the color and changing the style of the button, or you can upload an image. To get the JavaScript, you simply click on embed and you get the JavaScript and send it to the developer. The alternative is if you're using HubSpot to build your website and build your landing pages and emailers, you literally just click on the call to action button over there and you can insert it without having to send any JavaScript to any developers. So going back to what I said about smart call to actions. So you want different people to see different call to actions when they visit your site. That allows you to have lots of white space and make it very easy for someone to navigate your site. So HubSpot has a way for you to do this. What you do is just under the create a call to action button is a create a smart call to action button. Click that and you can select what rule you want to set up. Do you want to set up a different rule for people coming from various countries or from different devices? For example, if they are coming from a mobile device, you may want them to call immediately. Or where they're coming from a referral source. If they come in from a paid PPC campaign, you may want a stronger call to action since you've paid for that visitor. You may want different people from different countries and different languages to see different buttons so that makes sense to them. Of course, you can set up a smart call to action based on any contact list and combination of variables. So you could say people that like blue, that live in London and have filled out a particular form, see a different call to action to other people. And then last of all, lifecycle stage, which is very, very useful for pushing people through the funnel and also upselling. You can have multiple layers of smart call to actions, and you will always have a default call to action just in case somebody has arrived at the site and you have no idea who they are. It is very, very important to monitor and constantly improve your call to actions. So HubSpot has a graphing tool. You can see in the red circle there, you click on show chart at the top of the call to actions tool, and you can filter on time, you can compare different call to actions, and you can filter on views, clicks, submissions, and combinations of those. That allows you to look at how your call to action performs. And if you go and make changes to the text, to the color, or to the layout of your call to action, you can see what impact that has done for your call to action. It's really important to record that change somewhere, as there's no place to record that you've made that change within the HubSpot tool. If you want to change a call to action, you simply go back to the call to action tool, click on edit in that red circle, and then you can change where that call to action is going, how it looks, and you never have to speak to that developer again. The last part of this training is around linking a call to action to a campaign. The importance of linking your call to action to a campaign is that you can see how your campaign is performing. So if you have a summer campaign, for example, all your call to actions on your website and your email can all be grouped together, and you can see how many views you get in, how many clicks you get in, and how many submissions you're getting. Now to test what you have learned, head over to office.empool.com/academy-CTAs and download the task and find out which video to watch next.